नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बेटिया. I am JVN Dr. Meenakshi, Assistant Professor in Department of Shalakya Tantra, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Today in this session, we will discuss about the clinical methods in ophthalmology. How we should take the history of a ocular case. The importance of painstaking meticulous history cannot be overemphasized. The complete history taking should be structured as demographic data, chief presenting complaints, history of present illness, history of past illness, family history. So, the first point to be noted is demographic data. Demographic data should include patient's name, age, sex, occupation, and religion. Then, name and address. Name and address are primarily required for patient's identification. It also proves useful for demographic research. Then we should note the age and sex of the patient. In addition to the utility in patient's identification, knowledge of age and sex of the patient is also useful for noting down and ruling out the particular diseases pertaining to different age groups and a particular sex. What is the importance of occupation? Our information about patient's occupation is helpful since ophthalmic manifestations due to occupational hazards are well known. For example, ocular injuries and trauma due to foreign bodies have typical pattern in factory workers, leather workers, farmers, and sport persons. Computer vision syndrome is emerging as a significant ocular health problem in computer professionals. Heat cataract is known in glass factory workers. Photoophthalmitis is known in welders not taking adequate protective measures. In addition, information about the patient's occupation is useful in providing ocular health education and patient's visual rehabilitation. We should note the religion of the patient. Recording the religion of the patient may be helpful in ascertaining the diseases which are more common in a particular community. It also helps in knowing the aptitude and practices prevalent in different communities for various common eye problems. Then we should note down the chief presenting complaints. Chief presenting complaints of the patients should always be recorded in a chronological order with their duration. Common presenting ocular complaints are defective vision, watering and or discharge from the eyes, redness, asthenopic symptoms, photophobia, burning, itching, foreign body sensation, pain like eye ache or headache, deviation of the eye, diplopia, black spots in front of eyes, colored halos, distorted vision. And then we should note down the history of present illness. The patient should be encouraged to narrate their complaints in detail, and the examiner should be a patient listener. While taking history, the examiner should try to make a note of the following points about each complaint: mode of onset with duration, severity, progression, accompaniment of each symptom. Then we should note down the history of the past illness. A probe into history of past illness should be made to know the history of similar ocular complaint in the past. It is especially important in recurrent conditions such as herpes simplex, keratitis, uveitis, and recurrent corneal erosions. History of similar complaints in other eye is important in bilateral conditions such as uveitis, senile cataract, and retinal detachment. History of trauma to eye in the past may explain occurrence of lesions such as delayed rosette cataract and retinal detachment. It is important to know about history of any ocular surgery in the past. History of any systemic disease in the past, such as tuberculosis, syphilis, leprosy may sometimes explain the occurrence of present ocular disease. History of drug intake and allergies is also important. Then we should note down the family history of the patient. Effort should be made to establish familial predisposition of inheritable ocular disorders like congenital cataract, ptosis, squint, corneal dystrophies, glaucoma, and refractive error. Then, what are the common ocular symptoms and their causes? Firstly, defective vision. It is the commonest ocular symptom. Inquiry should reveal its onset, if the onset is sudden or gradual. Duration, whether it is painless or painful, whether it is more during the day, night, or constant, and so on. Important causes of defective vision can be grouped as under. First, the sudden painless loss of vision. It occurs in central retinal artery occlusion, massive vitreous hemorrhage, retinal detachment involving macular area, ischemic central retinal vein occlusion. Then, sudden painless onset of defective vision occurs due to central serous retinopathy, optic neuritis, methyl alcohol amblyopia, non-ischemic central retinal vein occlusion. Then, sudden painful loss of vision occurs due to active congestive glaucomas, acute iridocyclitis, chemical injuries to the eyeball, mechanical injuries to the eyeball. The gradual painless defective vision occurs due to progressive pterygium involving papillary area, corneal degenerations, corneal dystrophies, developmental cataract, senile cataract, optic atrophy, chorioretinal degenerations, age-related macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, refractive errors. The another symptom, the gradual painful defective vision occurs due to chronic iridocyclitis, corneal ulceration, chronic simple glaucoma. The next symptom, the transient loss of vision occurs due to carotid artery disease, papilloedema, giant cell arteritis, migraine, Raynaud's disease, severe hypertension, prodromal symptom of CRAO. The next symptom, night blindness, nyctalopia, occurs in vitamin D deficiency, retinitis pigmentosa, and other tapetoretinal degenerations. Congenital night blindness, pathological myopia, peripheral cortical cataract. The symptom of day blindness occurs in case of central nuclear or polar cataracts, central corneal opacity, central vitreous opacity, congenital deficiencies of cones, which is very rare. Diminution of vision for near only occurs in case of presbyopia, cycloplasia, internal or total ophthalmoplegia, insufficiency of accommodation. The other visual symptoms other than the defective vision are as follows. The black spots or floaters in front of the eyes may appear singly or in clusters. They move with the movement of the eyes and become more apparent when viewed against a clear surface, for example, the sky. Common causes of black floaters are vitreous hemorrhage, vitreous degeneration, for example, senile vitreous degeneration, vitreous degeneration in pathological myopia, exudates in vitreous, lenticular opacity. The flashes of light in front of the eyes, photopsia, occur due to traction on retina in the following conditions like posterior vitreous detachment, prodromal symptom of retinal detachment, vitreous traction bands. Sudden appearance of flashes with floaters is a sign of a retinal tear, retinitis, migraine. The symptom of distortion of vision occurs in case of central chorioretinitis, central serous chorioretinopathy, ARMD, CNVM, keratoconus, corneal irregularity. The symptom of glare occurs in case of early cataract, corneal edema, status, post-refractive surgery. Photophobia occurs in corneal abrasion, acute conjunctivitis, and keratitis. Anterior uveitis, dilated pupil. The colored halos. Patient may perceive colored halos around the light. It is a feature of acute congestive glaucoma, corneal edema, for example, bullous keratopathy, early stages of cataract, mucopurulent conjunctivitis. Then diplopia, that is perceiving the double images of an object, is a very annoying symptom. It should be ascertained whether it occurs even when the normal eye is closed or only when both eyes are open. The common causes of diplopia are the causes of uniocular diplopia are subluxated lens, double pupil, incipient cataract, keratoconus, eccentric IOL. The causes of binocular diplopia are paralytic squint, myasthenia gravis, diabetes mellitus, thyroid disorders, blowout fracture of the floor of the orbit, and isometropic glasses. After squint correction, in the presence of abnormal retinal correspondence, paradoxical diplopia. Then the watering from the eyes is another common ocular symptom. Its causes can be grouped as follows: excessive lacrimation or epiphora. Discharge from the eyes. When a patient complains of a discharge from the eye, it should be ascertained whether it is mucoid, purulent, serosanguinous, or ropey. Discharge from the eyes is a feature of conjunctivitis, corneal ulcer, stye, burst orbital abscess, and dacryocystitis. The symptom like itching, burning, and firm body sensation in the eyes, these are the very common ocular symptoms. Their causes are conjunctivitis, blepharitis, dry eye, trachoma, and other conjunctival inflammations, trichiasis, and entropion. The redness of the eyes. It is a common presenting symptom in many conditions such as conjunctivitis, keratitis, iridocyclitis, acute glaucomas, conjunctival or corneal foreign body, trichiasis, episcleritis, scleritis, subconjunctival hemorrhage, or endophthalmitis. Then the ocular pain. The pain in and around the eye should be probed for its onset, severity, and associated symptoms. It is a feature of ocular inflammations and acute glaucoma. Ocular pain may also occur as rapid pain from the inflammation of surrounding structures such as sinusitis, dental caries, and abscess. Then asthenopic symptoms. Asthenopia refers to the mild eye ache, headache, and tiredness of the eyes which are aggravated by near work. Asthenopia is a feature of extraocular muscle imbalance and uncorrected mild refractive errors, especially astigmatism. The other ocular symptoms include deviation of the eyeball, means squint, protrusion of the eyeball known as proptosis, drooping of the upper lid known as ptosis, retraction of the upper lid, sagging down of the lower lids called ectropion, swelling on the lids, for example, chalazion and tumors. So here the history taking of the ocular case ends here. We have discussed how we should take the history of a case of ocular disease and what are the main ocular symptoms and their causes. Thank you so much. This session is powered by digital version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it soon. Thank you so much.